Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here we have the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2 and the brand new Mi Band 6. And when it comes to fitness trackers, there's really only two options. I mean, there's a lot of options out there, but the Mi Band 6 and the Galaxy Fit 2 are really leading the pack. They're two of the best fitness trackers, but which is actually the better buy? So both of these are now selling for approximately the same price. They're approximately the same size, have approximately the same features, but there definitely are some fundamental differences that will make one of these much better than the other one. So in this video, we have a lot to talk about. I want to start off with some of the physical differences, then we'll get into some testing to see the accuracy differences. I'll talk about the interface and of course the apps you'll need, as well as the compatibility. But like I said, starting off with the physical aspects of these, you can see that, like I said, they're both a really similar design. A couple years back when we had the Galaxy Fit 1 and the Mi Band 4, they were pretty different, but now we're seeing that they're both a single silicone band and then a little unit inside. And you can take the unit out if you want, but you don't have to because both of them have chargers that just snap on the back. So the Galaxy Fit 2 has a charger that clips onto the back, whereas the Mi Band 6 here just has a magnetic charger. Both of them are really easy to use. I probably prefer the magnetic one, but of course, that's a really subtle difference there. You can easily take this out and change the band to whatever color you want. And like I said, the Mi Band probably has a few more options, being that it was like the Mi Band 5 and now the 6 have really the same band size, so you can choose from all types of colors and sizes and whatever you're looking for. There's a lot on the internet. As far as how the bands actually go on, the one that comes with is fundamentally a bit different. So if we look at the Mi Band 6, the band is similar-ish to an Apple Watch where you have a little loop and then you have a small hook there, except it works in the opposite way of an Apple Watch. So here, what happens is you feed it through and then you snap it in place. It's a little bit tricky at first to get it on your wrist. It definitely takes just a bit of practice, but once you get used to it, I do like this style because it's really hard to fall off. Like I've gone surfing with this, swimming in the ocean. I've never had any problems with this, or the Mi Band 5 for that matter, falling off. Now, the Galaxy Fit 2, on the other hand, is a little bit more like a traditional belt buckle or watch where it'll slide in and you'll snap it into place and then you tuck the other side, the loose end, in. That one's going to be a little bit harder to get the correct fit because you are tucking that extra material inside. But either one, very secure, and they're relatively easy to put on. Now, neither one of these has a physical button anywhere on there, which is great because they both have fantastic water resistance, I believe up to 50 meters, but the Galaxy Fit 2 is actually rated for 5 atmospheres plus IP68, so a little bit of dust resistance in there. Realistically, they're probably both the same resistance, just a matter of how they actually spec'd it there. And like I said, no buttons on here, but the Galaxy Fit 2 has a little touch sensor on the bottom that's going to act as a home button, or also acts as a back button and stuff like that. But the Mi Band 6 does not have anything there, which I think is actually a benefit to not have that button, because instead you're just using gestures on the screen, very similar to what we're doing on most phones these days, where I can swipe from the left and that'll just go back to home. It'll be my back button, everything I need like that. And that frees up a lot of space for the screen, which is really going to be one of the biggest differences between these is the screen size. And as you can see on the Mi Band 6 here, this now has a 1.56-inch screen versus the 1.1-inch screen on the Galaxy Fit 2. So that's about a 50% improvement in screen size. Of course, it's round on the top and bottom, so it's not actually that much larger, but looking at it aesthetically, I think it looks much, much better. You're able to use that space for some really nice little graphs, as you can see on the watch face here. I actually really like that personally, and so I think that's a big win for the Mi Band. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention physically, but before we start talking about some of the differences with the features, I want to talk about what these both have in common. So they both connect only by Bluetooth to your phone, so no Wi-Fi, no GPS, nothing like that. They both have stress monitoring and breathing exercises. They have Find My Phone features, they have weather, they have high heart rate alerts. That's a new thing that we're seeing on the Mi Band 6. And of course, now they both have auto fitness tracking, which before was another advantage of the Galaxy Fit 2 because the Mi Band 5 didn't have auto fitness tracking. The Mi Band 6 does have that now. And I guess that leads us into our first difference. Even though they both have auto fitness tracking, meaning you start running and it'll just detect that you're running, they actually work very differently. So on the Galaxy Fit, you just start running and very quickly it detects what you're doing and it actually retroactively records what you did. So the whole time it's saving everything you do, but it's usually just deleting that. And if it detects that you were doing a workout for long enough, then you have a workout. And at minute 2 or 3, it'll already jump right into that, and you have 2 or 3 minutes of workout already recorded. Where the Mi Band 6, however, is a little bit different. I've tried this a couple times now, and maybe it's just a bug that they have to work out, but from my experience, I'll start running, and about a quarter mile into the run, it'll vibrate on my wrist, and it says, "What workout are you doing?" And it has a 30-second countdown timer. So after 30 seconds, nothing happens and it doesn't record the workout. So it's kind of an auto workout recorder, but it's more like a reminder if you start working out and forgot to start the activity. So that's definitely a win for the Fit 2. And just as a side note, if you're enjoying this video and haven't yet subscribed, definitely consider going down there and clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss new videos. Another advantage of the Galaxy Fit 2, which used to be a bigger advantage than it is now, is actually the number of workouts available. So this now has approximately 100 different workouts you can choose from, and you can actually put, I believe, 10 on here, so you can go on the app and choose 10. The Mi Band 6, on the other hand, has substantially more workouts than the Mi Band 5, but it's still only 30 workouts. I mean, I say only 30 workouts. I don't think I've done more than 30 workouts maybe ever. I mean, most of my workouts can be categorized into like 4 or 5 different workouts, but regardless, either one of these, you can do like Zumba or rock climbing, like all kinds of crazy stuff. Getting back to an advantage of the Mi Band 6, it only requires one app. So if you get the Mi Fit app, you're able to track your workouts on there. Of course, it has connected GPS. You're able to change settings for your device and, of course, see all of your workouts that you did earlier. Whereas the Galaxy Fit 2 requires 2 apps. You'll need Samsung Health to see your analytics, and you'll need Galaxy Wearable to change settings. If you have a Samsung phone, they're already on there, so it's not a problem. But on other phones, like an iPhone, for example, it's a little bit of a hassle to have to get 2 different apps. But speaking of apps, an advantage of the Galaxy Fit is that the apps are better. I think they're more well executed than the Mi Fit app. I think it's easier to see your analytics, and I think it's easier to change settings as well. So that's kind of a tricky one there. It's a win for one or the other, depending on how you look at it. When it comes to battery life, on the spec sheets, it might look like the Galaxy Fit 2 is the winner here with a 21-day battery life, which when you really dig deeper, it's 14 days if you have continuous heart rate monitoring. And then they advertise the Mi Band 6 here as a 14-day battery. So realistically, from my experience, they're both approximately the same battery life, depending on how many notifications you get, how many workouts you do. It's going to be roughly 2 weeks of battery life. So I'm going to call that one a tie. Now, we're going to see a couple wins for the Galaxy Fit 2 when it comes to the interface. And one of them is that it has a really convenient quick setting. So if you swipe down from the top, you'll be able to change the brightness and go into night mode and a bunch of other things like that. That's not something we're seeing on the Mi Band. Of course, if you swipe down, you can access your settings, but it's just a little bit more removed and a little bit less convenient to turn on some of those things. And that's another advantage of the Galaxy Fit, being that it has those other things there. So one of them is that the Galaxy Fit 2 has a night mode, so you can go and tap on that in your quick settings, and that'll make sure that it's not waking you up all night. It also has an underwater mode, so if you're going to keep it on when you take a shower or just hop in the pool, then you can disable the screen with that night mode. So those are 2 quick things that are very convenient in the quick settings on the top. We're not seeing those on the Mi Band 6. And I guess while we're at it, another advantage of the Galaxy Fit 2 is that it does have auto brightness detection, and it'll automatically adjust your brightness based on whatever the environment you're in is. But on the flip side, the Mi Band does actually have some scheduling you can do within the app where you can have it dim down overnight, and you can essentially schedule in a night mode. So when you're sleeping, it's not going to be really bright and blinding your eyes. But again, that's going to be something that is actually scheduled. A big advantage on the Mi Band 6 and one of the big improvements over the Mi Band 5 is that we now have blood oxygen. So SpO2 sensor on there allows for more in-depth sleep tracking. It's going to have some insights on your breathing while you're sleeping, and it's overall just a really nice sensor to have if you're trying to really dig deep into your health analytics. The Mi Band 6 also has idle alerts, so if you're sitting at your desk for too long, it'll notify you, you'll get up and you can walk around, and it's just a great way to make sure you're not stagnant for an entire day without ever moving around. This also has a PAI, so a personal activity intelligence. It's just an index to kind of gamify how active you've been and give you a nice index to see if you're ahead or behind where you were last week, so you can keep up with your goals, and it really just encourages you to continue working out, which ultimately is one of the main goals of having one of these little bands in the first place. Getting back to some advantages of the Galaxy Fit 2, like I said, the interface is going to be a big one. Going around the interface from the icons to the usability to even the notifications, that's actually a big one. it's going to just look better, smoother, more refined, and personally, I prefer the interface of the Galaxy Fit 2. But of course, the Mi Band 6 has some other advantages in regards to features, and that's something we've really been seeing on the Mi Bands for a while. They love to pack features in here, so I think the weather app is a little bit more robust. They show you a little bit more. They also, of course, both have music controls, which is very nice. But on here, you are actually getting female health tracking. That's something that I don't believe is on the Galaxy Fit 2, or at least I didn't see it when it came out. I know they recently added it to the Samsung Health app, so it may be on the Galaxy Fit 2, and maybe they're just hiding it from me because I'm not a female, but it's something that I don't believe is there, and I know for a fact it definitely is available on the Mi Band 6. On top of that, you also have things like remote photo taking, so you can set up your camera and use this as a remote shutter, so that's really convenient. And so with that being said, I want to get into some of the accuracy testing to figure out the fundamental differences between these. So taking a look at the heart rate after going on a run, you can see this is the Polar H10, considered to be a very accurate heart rate strap, and we're going to use this as our baseline. You can see right here, the Mi Band 6 did a really good job. It tracked it really well, except for a little anomaly in the beginning, and then the Galaxy Fit did a really bad job. It was consistently low and did a lot of smoothing. So when you look at these graphs together, it's very clear that the Mi Band 6 is more accurate and more consistent with your heart rate. Okay, so the Mi Band 6 and the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2 are both great devices. And I know in this video, I kind of gave a win to one and then the other, and I went back and forth, so it might seem like it's a tie, but we definitely can't end this video on a tie. I want to come to a conclusive answer, and I think it comes down to this. It depends on what your specific needs are. So if you are really looking for a healthier lifestyle, to be more fit, and that's the main reason you're buying one of these, which for a lot of people, I think that is the answer, then I think the Mi Band 6 is going to be the very obvious pick there. It has better accuracy with the heart rate tracking. It also has idle alerts, has female health tracking, and it kind of gamifies it with the personal activity intelligence, which the PAI, from what I found, at least for me, I thought is kind of a nice feature to have. I think it's nice to kind of gamify it and encourage you to reach a certain level and give you a nice index to compare where you are versus where your goals are, or where you were last week. And so for anybody looking to be more fit, I think the Mi Band 6 is a good pick there. And I guess the other category would be anybody looking for a more affordable version of a smartwatch. If you don't want to buy, a $400 or $500 smartwatch, then one of these might be an appealing option. And while the Galaxy Fit 2 does have a better interface, I think here as well, I would have to say that, personally, I would prefer the Mi Band 6 because it does have that larger display. I think it looks really nice like that. And it also has a couple of extra features on there. I really like how it has the remote shutter, better weather on there, and a lot of things like that. But of course, if you are in the Samsung ecosystem, it is probably pretty nice to have the Galaxy Fit 2. I am in the Galaxy ecosystem, and it is nice to have this, but neither one's a bad pick. You really can't go wrong with either one of them. But if I had to pick one, I would definitely be saying the Mi Band 6 for both of those situations would be my pick. That's the one I would go with. But you guys can leave a comment and let me know what you think of both of these. Which one would you prefer, and why do you like it? What do you think is missing from either one of these? And do you think Samsung will come out with a Galaxy Fit 3? So that's all I have for you guys in this comparison. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. As always, I'm Mike O'Brien. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.